Hey everyone, this is Brendan, back again with the lab. It's been a while, so here's my top 5 cards from BS59. The first card we have here is the Wise World Tree Agastya. So it's a green Nexus for 4 and green yellow. So this card is pretty good because you can gain 1 call to himself. So it's a mini green wolf. So, well, budget in a sense. It has that draw and call effect, so if you are very interactive on your opponent's turn, you can, take your own life to just draw some cards and gain call, and from there you find a way to live, and then you counter push with the mass amount of resource you just gain. So Agastya is really strong. So this is my fifth pick. So my card in 4th, couple words, Lover's Gemini. So Lover's Gemini is a very interesting piece because this is the first card that I've seen in a while that doesn't really need much of a support. Well, so first thing, this card is really good with Delphinute and it works really well with the combo that does the Hylas Beetle Ragnarok thing, because this means you can have that turn 1 play this, then turn 2 set the Ragnarok, put the Ragnarok there, then turn 3 yeet on Hylas Beetle. The 8 call boost is really good. So yeah, that's why this card is in the 4th. You could also use it to like pick up burst cards that you don't want in your open zone, and then you can set them, or Mirage cards as well. So this card is super flexible. It's not really family related. It's like you can treat it as a draw 1 and fix your open zone. So yeah, that's pretty good. Along the same line, since we're talking about cards with Axel and Delphinute, so Chaos Pegasaros, I have to reserve. So this is a combo with Hanumerlin. You can consistently attack with this, flash the second copy, end the battle immediately, and then since it's at the end of the battle, the one that was on the field will get the 1/4 life, so it's infinite life. And then the Hanumerlin will summon a new one, and then the new one will go ahead and go in. And the fun thing you can do is that, if I'm not mistaken, there's a few other cards to mention that were in the Hanumerlin loop. So this card just makes it such that now the Hanumerlin loop actually has something else to go into other than the on-court 5 symbol thing. So you can just add this to that equation and ta-da, you have infinite life snipe. That's why it's my number 3, because it's not always as consistent. So it's just really strong in the right deck. The wrong deck, this card is just garbage. So the next card in number 4 is our Steel Moon Mirage here. So Steel Moon Mirage is a Mirage meant for the Galaxian set. So for the Galaxian cards. So this is really strong in that scenario because number 1, this is this can loop with Athena because Athena lets you summon your androids for open zone. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Galaxian. It's just that when either your life or your opponent's life is reduced. So this can present infinite loop with Athena. So you just use Athena grand scale, then you summon the spirit you had in the open zone, you swing, hit for 1, pump 1 more. So it's like if you have like about 5 cards in your open zone in Athena, which is quite easy to do, you can just keep churning out attackers and just smacking your opponent with this card. So it's pretty good in that sense. It's also good in a lot of the decks that like to play with life points. Like if you like to poke yourself using effects, then this card is great because it's basically a roulette, a 3-1 draw. So it's really strong. You just can't like use Korin or Axel again. But other than that, it's just really good. Free cards is free cards. I'm not gonna contest. This is like the best number 4. But the flip side though, before we move on, the flip side is mostly used for it's usually removal. That's why it's at number 4. It's solid draw, solid removal. Alright. Now for the 5th card, and there's a top pick. Our best bird. It's actually Strats, yeah. Heavenly King Birch Strats, yeah. that becomes a Hoga. Then, so the reason why I say this card is really good. So he's a 7, -4 with 1 green. So this encourages you to play yellow and green. So it's like the yellow-green control, which is solid because you get draw from the yellow side and green combos from the green side. So the best of both worlds. So it fixes your top deck if you don't have the targets. It sends away cards you don't want to see, and it searches for one very important card that we have access to in this deck, which is the Axle Eraser, or Air Eraser, so they call it. So Air Eraser is like the Woden of the Axle decks because you can just pay. And it's green, it's a wing beast, so you can search it through strids, yeah. So that's like relevant. That's actually relevant to a certain extent. Yeah, so don't sleep on this card. The other reason is because its B side is also very good. So when you can flip it, which you always can, you know, hand size can be 5 with this deck. It's so easy. If you are solo attacking with Hoga here, it's 3 life, but each opposing heavy exhausted is not each heavy exhausted spirit ultimate, like, it doesn't have a cap, so you could possibly send 5 life if you set that up really nicely. Blast Saber is a card that would love this card because you could advent Blast Saber onto another card and then heavy exhaust another 2 if they have 5 spirits to begin with, and then that would be like a 1 punch. It's just that great. So yeah, these are my top 5 picks from BS59. If you guys want to buy singles or purchase more merch from the store, I hope I have a link ready. I'll put it in the description below if it's ready. If it's not ready, you could always hit me up on Discord. We have a server where you can, you know, order your cards, you can chit chat with me and you know, find out more about how I try to make the lab work. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this top 5 video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Johnny!